Let me turn the lighty thing on. Let's see if we've got one. We've got a lighty. Yep, turn the lighty on. There we go. And is it still going to be shiny? I've just got to carefully look through underneath where it is to try and find it. That's the trouble. It's always angle dependent, and I just spotted it, and there's one to the left of it as well. It's just, let me see, there. So, which one is that? It's that one there. Whoop. It's one of those. And I saw something that was flashing to the left of it. There it is, there it is, there it is. Did I get it? I think I did. These are tough to get. Right, let me see. I got it. Maybe. Yes, I got it. Look at it. There it is. These are tiny little chips, but they're fun. All right, I got it. Okay, and I can see one sitting here. The problem is, once you get your eye in, you start seeing all sorts of them. I'm just going to pop this over here. Might not write my letter to Margaret there. Watching with the opals. There we go. Look at that. Nice. That one there, obviously. Yes, obviously. Dearest Margaret. There we go. Another good one. Okay. I'm convinced. I'm just going to do a quick hunt through here to see if we can spot any good opals. Because it seems to be, I don't know, sometimes your eyes are attuned to them. Look at that. Has that got one? Yep, there it is. So we'll just turn the enhancement on, see if you can spot it. Retouch on, right. And what I might do also is I'll zoom. So, oh, there we go. Let's try the zoom feature. Yeah, that helps to find it. Yep, you can see the sparkles on there. Good. Right, let's see. We'll go scanning through the opal field. Whoop, there's one just over here. Let's try and point it out. There. Okay. I spot it. Just carefully, Phil. Carefully. I need to get a pair of tweezers. I didn't mean to do this. Yoink. Got it. There it is. Nice. Okay. Naturally, these are tiny, but they're fun. I'm just going to have a look at this one because it's big. Well, big-ish compared to all the other ones. I've got bigger ones over outside. Nah, boring. Move those to the middle, though. Move those to the middle. Move those to the middle. Flatten them out under the water because that's important. No, I missed one. It's all right, you always miss one. There we go. Yoink. Got one. Okay. See that? Nice and colourful. Beautiful, that one. Right, yeah. Yep, there's one. Yoink. I think I saw one over here, a nice big one too. Over here. That guy there, let's see what he looks like. I don't know, I've been putting genders onto opals, but, you know, not boring. Hello there, Pro Gamer. Hello, Gregor. Yeah, I've got so much tiny rough, you wouldn't believe it. There's one. I wasn't meaning to do this, but it's like that Austin Powers thing, you know, save me from myself. Yeah, that's got a little bit of colour in it. It's a combination of your eyes and the camera's eyes and everything's eyes. Now, I believe that there's actually a type of white flash in opal. I've seen it several times, and this one I think has it. Could just be me being nuts, but that's a bit green, but there's also a bit of whitey in it. So there, we've got that. Okay. Look, there's one. Yeah, that's right. And have a look at the amount of coverage here. See this guy? Wall-to-wall colour, that one. Look at it all. So that one, have I got my weigh rate around here? Here, keep searching for opals whilst I go grab my scale. That one's a good one, I reckon. It's like on hold music, isn't it? There we go. Okay. Here's my scale. Let's remember how that works. I think I've got it set to carats already. Okay. Going to dry it off as best I can. Pop this on. It's remembering it's still wet. There you go. 2.25 carats, and it's wall-to-wall colour. Are you going to get 2.25 carats from a 10 carat stone that you've cut? Probably not. So there we go. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, Opal Guy is actually quite clever in the way he does stuff. And he pointed out there's money in it, and I thought, yeah, he's probably right. I will prove it. And absolutely, he came up with a theory. I figured out a way of testing it, and yes, he's completely accurate. The value for return from these opal chips is much higher than would be for the larger opals, just so that you know. So yeah, precisely, because you look at all the sparkle and you have to cut 90% of the sparkle off just to get the stone nice and shapely. But that one, like I will point it out again, it's just sitting there. It's got all the colour just ready to go. That's nearly a drop. Maybe take 10% of the shape off of it. So you're either cutting that piece off and turning that into a stone, and you've got yourself a cushion cut or a nice yeah. That's a 1 carat stone fairly easily. We'll see how it goes, obviously. I'll cut it, we'll see what happens. But you get the general gist. That one's got a flaw in it. But once again, it's one of those ones which you can shape. No. No, no, no. Something over here. I'm going to have to... There it is. Come on. Out there. There you go. Come on. I know it looks like just getting pretty stones, but it is really hard. They tend to fling around and drop away and bury themselves. I refer to them as slippery in the terms that the occultists used to refer to them. Slippery. There we go. Got those two. Just so you know, this consignment came a few months ago now, maybe even up to a year ago, but I graded it. So basically I put it through sieve, essentially, and this is the stuff that came out the bottom, and then I went and looked at all the big stuff. And so this is essentially unexamined. So I just use it for background shots and stuff like that. I haven't really been looking through it. And the theory that Opal Guy has been talking about, I've known about it, it's just I haven't been a bit too lazy to do something about it. That's got some nice colour on it. This is opal hunting, my friend. Welcome to Dr. Phil's opal thing. Well, show you some birds in a minute too. Dr. Phil's opals and birds. There we go. So, that my instinct said that that's got an opal in it, but can't see it. Can't be bothered looking through it when it's going to be doing that. So I think we've already done this one. Or have we? Look at that. There's nice colour there. There is colour. Yep, that's colour. That's going to be a difficult one, but it's colour. Thanks, Opal Guy. Opal Guy's an expert in his own right, so if you like and subscribe to his channel, you will not regret it. Look at that, beautiful. Hang on. Now that we've got that. Oh, come on. maybe it needs to be wet again. Just saw it briefly and then it decided, you know what, I'm not going to show you how beautiful I am. There it is, a little bit. Okay, so that's a good one. So I've gotten 3 good ones out of that, like 3 genuinely good ones. Now, the thing about it is that they're going to be smaller from the start, but they'll actually be roughly the same size at the end because they've got better coverage. And just so that you know, yes, it is much more fun hunting through the big stones, but every now and then I do hunt through the small ones. And I've got lots of sub-piles sitting around various places. And I love looking through the... Well, there we go. Ooh, one of these is good. See if you can spot it before I do. Oh, yeah. The moment you see a good one, it just goes, you know what, I don't think they want to see it. There you go, look at that. That's wall to wall and chin to floor. I accidentally picked up one and I think I've got a good one. This is... Oh yeah, a lot of it is good inlay material. But I'm not after inlays, I'm after solids. Oh, okay, so there's some gypsum there. Have a look at that. Just sticking on the opal, because that's basically Cooper peas rotten with the stuff. And you can see there's just a little smattering of colour behind it too. I think that one's going to actually come up with nice stone. And it's wall-to-wall light colour though. I don't think so. Right. I just shoved it. There we go. Hopefully it's good. I think so. Let's have a look at it. Saw some colour there. See, opal guy, that guy's as nearly as tall as it is wide, so it's actually cuttable, very cuttable, that one. Oh, there's one. Oh, nice piece of shell. It's too small to really conserve, so you may as well have some fun. And fun we will have. Look at that. Not my traditional start, but it seems to work. Get straight into it, so to speak. Look, there's one. Yoink. Now, which one is it, ladies and gentlemen? Which one is it? Funny thing is, if you spot one whilst I'm doing this, you could literally go back, have a look at the timestamp, and then kind of take a screenshot and then do a coordinates. Play Battleship with it. Those two. I don't think I could make any opals out of them, but they've got colour. I'm taking them out because, you know, they're colourful opals. That's part of my classification when I do it. I don't worry about anything other than whether they've got colour or not, and then later on I worry about what size they are and how good the colour is and stuff like that. I mean, sometimes it's obvious. No, I dropped it. Whatever will I do? I just turned on the backlight of the camera, and yes, the backlight does help. So the rule of thumb is, and a lot of the opal people don't know this rule of thumb, I worked it out myself. You have the light source behind your shoulder. That means that when you're filming it, you always need to have the phone's shadow on the opal, and that's when you've got the good opal. Hang on, there's one. No, it's not good enough. Will you? Let's see. So I've literally got the flash engaged, so I'll have to turn it off soon, or else I'm not going to be able to stream. But yes, you're right. Backlight does help. And weirdly enough, this kitchen light, I don't know what it is about the kitchen light, but it's good. A little bit of colour. But your instincts are spot on about the backlighting. Always keep the light behind you, and also keep the light shifting and keep your perspective shifting. And when you're looking in the sunlight, the best way to do it is to kind of just kind of keep a broad view of it. Keep your eyes moving. Make sure that the sun is behind you when you're doing it. And then when you see an opal, you grab that opal, but what you do is you also make a note of the spot where you found it, because it's because the sun is shining in that specific spot that the opals managed to shine. So you have to kind of make hay while the sun's shining, so to speak. What I might do is I might chuck a few of these in the artifact bag. Eventually I'll be selling them. Keep an eye out for that. No. G'day Michael, how are you doing? Is that good enough, you reckon? Meh. Problem is, I tend to be a little bit more forgiving of an opal if it's big. But you shouldn't be. You should just, do everything on its merits. You sit there and give everything the best you've got. Sounds like one of those motivational sports shows. You've got to give it all you got. You've got to give it all you got. Or, some guys, like, palms are sweaty. There's vomit on his sweater already. It's mum's spaghetti, and he drops bombs and stuff. Dum, 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 dum. Here's an interesting little piece of trivia. Right, there we go. Okay, that was a wall-to-wall. Yeah, I think I'll put some of these in the artifact bag. That'll be fun. I just remembered I haven't actually filled up the water, and we do need to fill up the water. Having my hand in there reminded me. All right, that's probably enough, because I'm only going to pick out 3. What I'll do is I'll pop these in an artifact bag. These guys, these guys will go in the artifact bag. These guys here, I think, yeah, those guys. Those guys, I'll give them a bit of a cutty. This one, Crazy Me said yes. Okay, this one is going to be very difficult to cut, but it's going to be fun nonetheless. So I'll cut that one anyway. So, yep, I'll just write the artifact bag now, and then we'll get cracking. Here, have a look at this whilst we're doing that. Oh, look at that, there's one just there. Never mind. Right, I'm just writing, trigger warning, I'm about to activate Google. Okay, Google, what's the date today? Right, there we go. Grab these, or them go in that artifact bag. So the cool thing about that is you've seen me pick them out, and you've seen how shiny they are. So you know that even though you'll see what the deal is with opals once you've seen this. You know that you have to kind of put them in water and jiggle them around a bit to see where the colour is. And you've got to bear that in mind when we're talking about opal dealers as well. Sometimes they're not very reputable, but sometimes they are perfectly honest with you and you can't see the colour that they've been looking at. One thing about buying opal online, you get very good. It's kind of like, using online dating sites, really. It's like, you know when the photo's faked. All right, so we'll take those with us. And you'll have to bear with me as I set up the machinery. Pete Baird. Is he an Australian, that Pete Bear guy? Because he might have been a friend of mine. I don't know. The story's gotten a little convoluted since a few events have occurred, but here we go. Oh gosh. Now let me just have a quick look. Does it work better like this? I think it does. It most indubitably does. Okay, we'll do it like that. But what I'm going to do is we'll pop these opals over here, so you'll see it's kind of a familiar story. Started out seeking fortune and glory, always gonna walk ourselves as one to the opal grail. Dum bum bum ba da da ba dum bum ba dum bum. Started out. You should have actually started the song at the correct point, shouldn't I? Because like now the hook's gone, isn't it? Oh, yeah. What am I doing? Okay, so I've managed to come back with a large consignment of water. You can watch me fill if you want. It is Dr. Phil. Jacket on, jacket on. There we go. It's Aussie Chick. How you doing, the Aussie Chick? Aussie Chick is excellent for the Heart of Sight because, like, she uses that giant hello monstery thing. Purple monster hello. Should be careful how I say that. 12 likes already. Wow, thanks guys. That's so brilliant. Well, there we go. So this is the opal water device. I'm just showing you because it sounds suspicious if I don't show you what I'm doing. Sounds like I've had a bit of a problem and I didn't deal with it before I started the stream. It was kind of a midstream issue, you know. And just so you know, it's a full cardio workout, mate. It's full cardiac. Full cardio. There we go. Pop some in there. Because hopefully it's all hydrologically linked. There we go. Just drop. And where's it going? Where's it going? There we go. Here we go. Yoink. In case you're interested, the weather is still feral in Australia. Well, it's Sydney anyway. We've still got some opals from yesterday that need to be cut, but we've got plenty to do, so it'll all be good. So, what to do? I'm just going to wipe my seat down because it's not as bad as it was yesterday, but man, still got a wet seat. In case you're interested, no, it's not fun. It's not nice at all, sitting on a wet seat. Right, just an opal caught my eye. I'm just going to quickly have a look-ski. That really is an eye catcher. Sank down to the bottom as you did. Okay, careful, gotcha. You're right, and I'm going to look at that one because may as well. All right, so, whoop, dropped. Pop those down there, pop that there. There we go. Move over, move in, around and through. What wondrous it is. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Yeah. So look at this guy. Just checking that to see if there's anything in there. Probably not. This guy here. Just making sure that we're not overlooking anything. We are. I think this guy is going to be fun. Nice black potch in the middle, but more importantly, there's some colour over there where it's more rubbishy. But you can see that it's actually doing a lot. Anyway, so we'll give this one a go because that's a good way to get the old eye in. I'm just shoring up the bin. There we go. Not very shored up, is it? Come on. Hopeless what you are. Eyes right. Right, because it's different thickness on this side, yeah, it's going to cut it into equal thicknesses. I checked the gravity forecast. Apparently there's supposed to be no gusts of gravity, so hopefully the stone won't fly out of my hands. Oh. Amiga Montoya, you killed my opals. Prepare to die. Not 100% clean cut. Oh well. Right. I saw some stuff. Well, have a look at the top part of this stone. I think that's where it's going to go. By the top of the ridge. What? 22 minutes in and no angry blade? Oh, 29 minutes in, there is an angry blade. Yesterday it was within 10, mate. Within 10. Thirteen likes, the likes, the 13 likes. I got myself 13 likes. Thank you very much, guys, for liking the channel, because I certainly can't do it on my own. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. have what we call frustratingly light colour on it. So there is colour, definitely, but it's not good enough. So we'll see how we go. I think we're going to be okay. I think this is going to be quite a nice one. We'll see. Or maybe just thinking the glass is half plasma. I don't know. I have to cut her in half again. There's our frustratingly light colour. There's some more colour behind. Potential for cutting there. Not bad little opal, that. All considered. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to try and buy opal and do what I'm doing, I'm perfectly happy for you to do so. Not like I could stop you anyway. But a few things to consider. The first one is people are trying to rip you off all the time. So be careful. Opals always come in and they look so much smaller when you get them. They really do. They look tiny. So even if you weren't ripped off, you'll feel it, especially the first time. Final thing is, there is a risk of silicosis, so if you're going to cut the opals, make sure you have some kind of water source. And if your first opal doesn't work out well, if you bought it and you go, that's not what I wanted, I'm feeling really bad and all that sort of stuff, that is your rite of passage, basically, because almost every opal buyer does that. If they haven't done it, it's a matter of time, because they're always going to get ripped off at some point. And you just get better at it. Well, that's mighty interesting. I think that we're going to find that it's angled that way. We'll see. What I'm currently doing is I'm hedging all of my bets, because pretty much everyone's been there. They thought it's going to cut one way and they made the decision too early and ended up punishing themselves. Oh my goodness, hang on. We are starting to get some potential, and I mean potential with a capital N. rosewood opal. Trivia approved. That may be too esoteric a joke even for nerd crowds, so tell me how I went. Stratagems has a building. Picture stone with colour, not bad. We'll see what it actually says soon enough. And just like that, the reverse also seems to come up with some colour. Verse of verse. This thing is just colour mad. So the premise of what I'm doing, just at the moment anyway, is that I buy opals of no particular value and I try to get some value out of them. That's what makes it fun. And boy, is it fun at the moment. Okay. There's colour absolutely freaking everywhere on this thing. That's the reverse side. In all seriousness, Opal Guy, I wasn't born in a vacuum, and my degree actually was centered around resource mapping, and it's very easy to turn that kind of logic into opal mining. I'm not going to be an opal miner, but I can certainly tell the miners where to go, and not because they sold me a bad opal. Symmetry is important, so I'm just being a little bit pedantic about it. So and if you're interested, and this is for realsies, I'll give you a demonstration. I'll square the circle for you, but not here. And that's a real genuine thing I'm going to do. Right, so I was just checking my feed. There's one thing to be wary of. Can you see what I've done here? It's bowed out on this side and not quite on this side, and so now you're in the forever hell loop of accidentally overcutting on one side. Be cautious when this happens. Don't want to be caught in opal symmetry hell forever. Bit better. The root cause is sometimes a little bit esoteric, and the root cause in this case, it's actually this piece here is a bit too thick, so it's cutting across at the wrong angles. We're thinning it down and then thinning it down on this side. Should actually make it a little bit easier to cut. Because opals are three-dimensional structures, and you sometimes forget that when you're cutting them. You're going, why is it not the right shape? Because you're cutting it at different rates, because its thickness is changing. So there we go. Oh, 15 likes. You can see how this back part of it has actually turned out quite a treat. Let's quickly get rid of that bit. A bit better. Like I was saying, this back bit's turned out a treat. Beautiful opal. Right. Now, the funny thing about it was I was looking at the opal that it came from, which is this guy, and I'm going, there's something good about it. I'll just carve this piece off because that's just mostly sand, but I saw some good colour sitting around there. Did I see 16 likes? Thanks, guys. Don't worry, I won't lose a finger. We'll know exactly where it went. It will have flung over in that direction. So I've got to ask a question, my wonderful loyal viewers. I've noticed in my data that a video called Max tells you to stay away. or Max says stay away, one of those videos. It suddenly just went absolutely bananas. Gazillions of views just all of a sudden. I'm going, was that you guys? 17 likes, wow. And I don't mind, I'm very happy of course, but I'm just going, why was it silent for so long and then suddenly bam, all of the views? I'm hoping that somewhere in amongst this junk piece that I'm cutting off, there's actually good viable opal. These pieces can be quite frustrating because when you cut into them, you realise that they've got really good opal that you can never really turn into a stone because, well, you can turn them into a stone, but you can't turn them into a gem because they usually have issues of some description. Now this is kind of handy. I'll show you. What I'm seeing here is that tells me that the opal here is stable, so if there's something good, we might be able to get away with it. That's if there's something good. Nothing so far. But I thought you'd be interested in that kind of stuff. The good news is that I can grab a piece of sandshot opal, and at the very least it's entertaining to the viewership because there's colour there. Even if you don't get a good opal out of it. Look at that, okay. Just hold your breath guys, because I've got a good feeling about this one. Come on, good feeling. You can see I'm still cutting with hope. So I'm kind of shaping it up to be a good stone, even though it doesn't look like it at the moment. So Opal Guy said something very profound previously, and that was, looks like there's value in some of these stones, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. He was quite correct. And it's something that we as opal cutters do know, except we're emotional. We like the big stones, we like the massive stones. We don't think short term, or long term actually, we don't think long term. That, you know, selling 10 stones for $100 is like making $1,000 for a stone. Interesting, but not very interesting. Alright, let's get this. Where's the other one? There it is. Grab this guy. After that, we'll grab the Cooper Beatty stones that we selected out under the democratic regime of Knight Saini. Ah! I would have given that one a 10, but it didn't do the landing, so I'm only going to give it a 3.5.
I can do better.
Shh. Just get your head ready.
Okay. Ah! Do you know it's not healthy to anthropomorphize me?
Who said that?
I did! Ah!
Now that is looking promising. Now listen.
Yes?
Your nose is too long. I'm going to give you some rhinoplasty.
What's rhinoplasty?
You'll figure it out.
Ah! Oh!
Don't run away. I've only just started.
You're a cruel man!
Come out. It's okay. I said come out.
No!
Oh, come on. I'm not going to do anything.
You just did some rhino mastery!
I didn't mean to. Look, why don't you say that to my face?
No!
Why did you are? Wonder where he went. Pretty impressive. Is that him? Is that you? I don't know. Don't think so. Is that you? No, I don't think so. Aha! Not you. Okay. Well, he's gotten himself a reprieve for the time being. I will find you.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
You don't know how well I can look.
You don't know how I can hide.
Okay, fine. Right. Well, so hello there, dear. Hello there. You know who that Opal's girlfriend? Yes. Ah! I'm better looking anyway. You are actually. Look at this. Check it out. Now. They have similar traits, those two. Ah. Not quite as good at hiding, though. Just I saw where that one landed. It must be this one. It doesn't look like that one. See, now a plastic surgeon would have charged like thousands of dollars to get your bum shaved off like that. I'll just do it straight away. Why, thank you. It's lovely plastic surgery. Yeah. Your boyfriend didn't seem to like it. I'm dumping him. You know what? Ayers rock ass me out. You mean Uluru? I mean Uluru. Don't seem to complain about this as much as your ex-boyfriend did. Well, yes, that's because he's a boy. What do you mean? Well, have you ever put piping hot wax on your legs? Well, no. You'll see. There you go. Good point. Good point. Okay. Oh, is that the reason? Ah. Because I got the cowardly special. There we go. That's an absolute cracker, that one. Got a bit small towards the end, but, you know, she's a lovely little lady. Now, What I think I might do, I'll just quickly have a look at the top of this one, because I saw it whilst I was hunting around for the coward.
I'm not a coward.
Shut up. You're not part of this anymore.
I am too.
I've created too much drama. It's alright, like, opal mating behaviour is very different to, like, human. Like, this is the male opal. When they meet a female, they spawn, and then you get sand. Yeah, it's different. Now this one's all right. It's got a bit of colour, got a bit of character, which is good. How did I get 20 likes? Thanks, guys. That's brilliant. Thank you. Probably happening whilst the cowardly opal was making his getaway.
Sayonara, sucker!
Is that the sound of a Ferrari? Really? Where do you get that from? Yeah, well, we got to pity him. Oh, 21 likes, thank you. Come on. Not bad. It might even be better in the sunlight, so we'll see. Now, let's go have a look at this opal that we started out with. Just spotted this one. Because I can. What I've discovered is as I go, I sometimes notice something sitting in my potch pile and I just drag it out. Now, this guy, this was the very start. Essentially, it wasn't quite picked out by Opal Guy, but he said, look, the stones that are really small usually have more value. And I'm not sure you can see it. I'll turn the light on. You can see that this has actually got wall-to-wall colour on it. So if that holds true, Opal Guy is absolutely correct. We'll get ourselves a 1 carat stone out of essentially a pile of rubbish. So let's see how we go. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm just verifying that all of the opal is good. There's nothing worse than cutting well into a stone and then realising you've got a crack or a wicked witch of the west or something in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it into a squarish shape and then round off the corners. What that means is I've got a little bit of extra room on this side to make the offcut into a nicer stone. Because if it's like we suspect that it's wall-to-wall colour, so we kept that piece, which is good. Quite a large piece, pretty much the same size as all the other fragments really. A little bit of mass loss here, so it's not going to be 1 carat, but not too bad in the scheme of things. And when you're cutting these things, the amount of mass that comes off them, even with a light trim, absolutely phenomenal. Especially if you make a mistake like I just did. And yeah, in case you figured it out, I'm a pretty arrogant bloke myself, but I at least admit when I made a mistake. Because I did that once. Oh, hello there, Martin. How you doing? I do remember you. How's it been going? You're a good friend, the 10-year-old with the oddly aged voice. I remember you. How's it been going? Still like baseball? There we go. That'll be about 0.75 of a carat, I reckon. .75 of a carat, and it doesn't look like much colour, but let me have a look. Yeah, there's colour there. It's much fainter than I was hoping for, but it's still there. We'll go and move on to the next stone, because we've got a few other stones that we picked out of that same pile. This is the one that's got a chunk of gypsum on it. We'll do a bigger stone after this. So I'll just get rid of that gypsum. Ooh, that sound is promising. Right, I'm not convinced about this stone. It's got a bit of webbing that it might crack. So what I will do is I'll keep it like that. That's why I was a bit gung-ho with the stone itself. What I will do, however, is I'll look at it under the sunlight and see what it looks like. See if there's anything. Now, occasionally there is a good one under sunlight. A lot of the time they're not, just so that you know, because I say it quite a lot. Look at it under the sun. Look at it under the sun. Okay. This one I just noticed a little bit of colour sitting on it, so I'm just going to try and... This one... Wow! Have a look at this, guys. Oh, 1 in a million. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow, yes. Martin shotgun and said hi, and yay, and 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 yay, 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 yay. That is true. Thank you for considering me and not making a liar out of me. Hang on a second. 25 likes, not bad. Thank you guys, whoever did that. You know, Martin, and all YouTube actually, if you're actually trying to be a YouTuber and you've got someone doing that on your channel, that's a very good thing because that actually keeps the engagement going. The algorithm goes, oh, you said hi and yay a few times, must be a good channel. So thanks for the help, Martin, that's very good of you. Yeah, Opal guys, right, there's a fine line between that. Like, just so you know, Martin, every time I'm talking to people in the real world, I'm pretty much the kid in the conversation, so I get it. That's true. I'm in trouble if ever you live stream and I find it. Oh, look, there's Phil. Bam. And once again, let's zoom in a bit. Weirdly enough, algorithm works. Oh, haven't you? Well, you've got my full attention, my friend. Well, you got half of it anyway, because I'm cutting an opal. Don't know what to say to that, Opal Guy, other than everyone like and subscribe, Opal Guy. mutual kind of thing. And I think people are fairly reasonable too. They see stuff like that. That like that just went on is probably for you. So, you know. Well, I do too, but I'm also cutting opals as I do it. You know that old joke, don't you? How's it go? When I finally go, I want to pass away sleeping peacefully like my grandfather, not screaming like passengers. Well, if he's genuinely 10, then yes, that's an awful lot of time to learn to be good at this. You should see Caleb, the Cooper Beatty kid. He's brilliant. Technically, you're older now.
So will this be a picture stone or not? Because I can see picture stone stuff on it, but like there's also these little colours that seem to be flying off it too. So let us see. What will it do? It all depends. This particular stone doesn't look impressive to me, but we'll see. Factors are luck and skill, I suppose. Like I do this as a hobby. It's not a full-time job or anything. I work as a statistician and a data analyst. But what I would say is that I've made tens of thousands in opal over the last few years, so it's not a bad hobby to have. I think we'll leave it at that. That's actually quite an attractive looking stone. It's like a little off-the-shoulder number, isn't it? And watch as it's walking down the catwalk on the little off-the-shoulder number. Oh, hello. Oh, come on. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'll just go now. Right. That was a bit embarrassing. I don't know what to say about that. Like and subscribe. Yeah, great. Let's have a look at this little fella. Ew. Ew. Can you tell me where the first aid kit is? It's on the left. Oh, she fell over again. No, that way. No, that's that whole. Oh dear. Oh well. Hello there, personnel. How you doing? You are quite correct. It is not risky. I think this is what you're thinking. Yep, this blade, it cuts stone really well. Human hands, not so good. I just accidentally touched it again. No effect. By the way, welcome to the channel, mate. That guy's a little smasher. Look at him. Beautiful. In case you're interested, man, that's about 50 to 100 bucks, something like that. And that was like 5 seconds. This guy here, a lightning ridger, but it's of course not a black opal like they're famous for. It is a dark opal. Because according to Lightning Ridge, white things are dark. So if you go to a fortune teller at Lightning Ridge and they go, you will meet a tall, dark stranger. Well, pretty much Caucasian. Do you? What kind of fossils? Haha. True. The fossil stories I like to hear, Martin, is where there are farmers who are traditional, what I call rock mulchers, and it's a true term. You can mulch with rocks. And occasionally they just turn over one of the rocks they're mulching and there's a fossil in it. You have to be in one of those provinces which actually have the fossils, but it's possible, yes. I think that's pretty much all that comes out of my mouth, mate. Copper lights. Oh, come on, there it is. You can see there's some there. Alright. What are we on? Oh, 1:30. So we'll do the Magnum Opal search now. We'll get some big bastard and run it through. This guy. Ta-da! I started to wonder if fossils are more common than we think. It's just people don't bother looking. You're in a sedimentary zone. Oh, there we go. Now that is encouraging because that's the kind of thing that produces good colour for me. What I'm doing now is I'm just carefully toning it down a bit. This is a Lightning Ridge fossil, but it's certainly acting like a Cooperpedy. A bit brittle. Well, that one wasn't very happy to be here. Here. He's with me! Oh, really? Belemnites. I've got a few belemnites. I cut one up and it was sold for quite, well, not a huge amount, $600, I think. Yeah, I've got an ammonite myself. My brother gave it to me. It's from Canada. He said, "Hey, I'm an ammonite, eh?" Right, so right where that is, that's where the next cut's going. I think there's colour in this one. Saw a flash of green. All right. See you around, Martin. Have a nice evening, huh? All right. Well, that seems to have some colour in it. I can't prove it though. Let's cut this side and see what happens. Ah. Babe. All right, Seth. This is the last opal. Have you met my birds? What's she? What's she lying about? Right. Well, in about 5 minutes, I reckon, you'll be seeing my pet cockatoos if you want to see them. Alright. We'll finish up with this stone, see if it does anything good. Doesn't look like it is. What I might do is I might try and get this brown and blue pattern to try and do something cool, but other than that, I don't think we've got anything. No, I don't think so. So what I'll do very quickly is I thought I saw something here, and I'll turn that into something nice, and yeah, here we go. These two tiny little stones, and then we'll go have a look at the cockatoos. Ah! It ran away. Look at it. I'll find you in the morning. We'll do this last one. I'll hunt them all down, I will. Nothing. Alright. They'll go in the artifact package. Let's go have a look at the birdies. Turn this off. There we go. Come with me, little phone. Yes, you. Ho, 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 ho. Here we go. Here we go. Next stop, Dr. Phil's house at Haberdashery. Oh, good. Hey, guys. Now, Loki, what have you been doing, huh? Oh, you're okay. Clip it round. There's Loki. Hello, Loki. Hello, Max. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm just going to take the old jacket off. That will mean that Max will accept me a bit more. Won't you, Max? Yeah? Yeah. Off with the jacket. Would you like a scratchy poo? Would you like a scratchy? Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Scratchy, scratchy. Scratchy, scratchy. There you go. Oop. A little pin feather up here. Show it to you. So, yeah, you can see that little feather just over there to the right there where my finger is. It's called a pin feather. And you just grab them and carefully take the pin off it. They love that. Hello. How you doing? Another pin feather here. Show it to you. So you've got to watch to make sure that they're actually pin feathers. See that one there? If you get the pink stuff, they're not going to like it. Whoop, there, see? You flinched at that one, so that was a bit too close to the bone, so to speak. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Just here. Is this one going to be okay, Max? Just going to give it a bit of a scratchy. Is that good? There you go. Good on you. As you can see, he's absolutely loving it. You're the real star of the show, aren't you, huh? Yeah. Let's go see how Loki's going. He was cranky because he was enjoying that scratch. Come here, Loki. How you doing? What you been doing, huh? Come here. There you go. He was waiting, wasn't he? Yeah. It's really quite funny because I think he feels that being cranky is his kind of trope. He doesn't really do cranky nowadays. He's kind of like, oh yeah, you're okay. Both of them are molting, so that means that Loki's patches are a little bit worse at the moment. Figured that out because like there's no bitten off feathers on the ground, and yet she's still got this horrible patch on her chest. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Yeah. Loki, I think it's Seth said hi. Oh, SDI radio. That's who you are. I know who you are, sort of. I don't really know who you are, but I kind of know who you are. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, just in case you didn't know, this one's Loki, and it's a girl. Now, girls and boys are very hard to tell the difference. One I think is a big size. I know, Max, I know. Am I being a meanie? Yeah.
I am indeed Australian. G'day, shrimp on Barbie. How's that go? As you can tell from my amazing Australian accent, I've proved it. Ugh, cobber. Was just going over to the Largenbone the other day and I've got some dust in the eye. See, totally Australian. I'll be back. Here we go. It's all right, it's all right, it's all right. Just calm. Right. Anyway. Like and subscribe, 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 like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Did you hear that? I think that Pony said like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. She did. She said like and subscribe. That means, right, you should see what she just laid. That means that we have an amazing talking pigeon. Yes, we do. We do. And I swear, whoop, on the grave of Ramesses the 400th, that it wasn't my voice at all. It was entirely Pony. So it must be Pony who's telling you to like and subscribe. She's doing an impression of a helicopter at the moment. She's just kind of hovering off the table. She's enjoying her newfound freedom. Okay, so at any rate, that is the entertainment for today. I'm absolutely exhausted. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, hello, Chris. How you doing? You've just caught the end, I'm afraid. Who asked you? Well, everyone's good. Everyone's decided to develop a personality at the moment. That's Max there, yelling at us. Crest up, showing off. Actually, you don't often see this, do you? There you go. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Anyway, just so you know, Max didn't have his voice for ever such a long time. It's so good hearing him do that. Anyway, have a lovely evening, guys. It's all good, Martin. Have a lovely evening, everybody. That's it, we're done. Have a nice evening, Dr. Phil out.